Hey guys, it's your girl Ashy.
What is it about society that disappoints you so much?
Oh, I don't know. Is it that we collectively thought Steve Jobs was a great man, even when we knew he made billions off the backs of children? Or maybe it's that it feels like all our heroes are counterfeit. The world itself's just one big hoax. Spamming each other with our burning commentary of bullshit masquerading as insight. Our social media faking as intimacy. Or is it that we voted for this? Not with our rigged elections, but with our things, our property, our money. I'm not saying anything new. We all know why we do this, not because Hunger Games books makes us happy, but because we want to be sedated. Because it's painful not to pretend. Because we're cowards. Fuck society.
Elliot, you're not saying anything. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Fuck society, am I right? Hey guys, it's your girl Ashley, and today I'm going to be telling you why you should be watching the show Mr. Robot. It's gonna be some kind of video essay. I haven't figured it out yet. I basically just wrote an entire essay in my sticky notes. You know, we'll see how it goes. I am gonna be reading from it, so please, you know, if my eyes start to go all over the place, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do my best though. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I spent a lot of time on this. Mr. Robot's a great show. Let's go. Aside from the absolutely gorgeous, and when I say gorgeous, heart-stopping, Rami Malek playing the lead role of Elliot Alderson, Mr. Robot is a 4-season show with a very real and educated social commentary. That monologue at the beginning, I know I played a monologue at the beginning. If that wasn't enough, you don't want to watch the show, stay tuned. Fair warning though, there is a lot of drug use. And when I say a lot, and it's very heavy on the mental health side of things. There's a lot of things on mental health in the show.
I hate when I can't hold in my loneliness. This crying's been happening too often every other week now. What do normal people do when they get this sad? They reach out to friends or family, I think.
It may not be a complete depiction of hackers and the entirety of the cyber world, but I always found it was really interesting to see that side of the internet that's constantly suppressed down until there are only those with the correct knowledge that are aware of it. Yes, I'm talking about the dark web. Anywho, throughout the entire show and journey with Elliot, spoiler free, I promise. Promise it's spoiler free. I got you, it's okay. You learn a lot. And it's eerily quite realistic for the portrayal of modern society. Some of the things they talk about is too real, bro. It's a lot. Despite releasing on the 24th of June 2015 and ending on the 22nd of December 2019, I still feel like even 3 years later that the show is still relevant. Pre-pandemic, of course, but it's still very relevant to society and everything that's going on in the world that we're not realizing because we're so absorbed by social media and that stuff. It's just very, very relevant, very realistic. Gotta watch the show. You have to. Is this still not enough? Elliot Alderson, again played by the wonderful Rami Malek, is a cybersecurity engineer by day and a hacker by night, struggling with mental health issues. Throughout the discourse of season 1, we as the viewers constantly switch from seeing Elliot's work life, his social life, his home life, all of which show how he struggles with talking to people and being socially inept. Relatable. But beneath all of this, Elliot creates a huge conflict with some of the most powerful people in the world. As Elliot would say,
the top 1% of the top 1%, the guys that play God without permission.
Don't fuck with people who have money. Throughout the show, specifically season 1. I feel like the dark lighting and the cold lighting, it really brings together this bleak and low-key way too realistic feeling of society nowadays, or at least the darkest parts of society. It's kind of showing you this environment of like people that just wake up, go to work at their office job, come home, go to bed. It feels like the people around Elliot in the show are zombies. That's kind of the best way to put it. If we're disregarding secondary characters and stuff, everyone around us is like doing things and going places, and it's very, very realistic, in my opinion. Admittedly though, some of my favourite parts of season 1 include segments where Elliot, by the way, he is always addressing the audience.
Hello, friend. Hello, friend. That's lame. Maybe I should give you a name. But that's a slippery slope. You're only in my head. We have to remember that. Shit. This actually happened. I'm talking to an imaginary person.
It's by far the creepiest but most amazing thing I've ever experienced in a show ever. It includes segments where he's telling you, literally telling you how he's hacking people. For example, his therapist Krista.
Hacking her was simple. Her password, Dylan2791. Favorite artist in the year in which she was born backwards. Though she's a psychologist, she's really bad at reading people, but I'm good at reading people. My secret, I look for the worst in them.
Parts like this in the show actually scared me a lot when this first came out. Because this was in 2015, I was 13. Seeing this, I was like quaking in my boots. I was just like, what am I watching? But at the same time, I found it so interesting to get a glimpse of how it all works. Albeit, you know, it's not a completely accurate depiction of hacking and stuff like that. It is still a fictional show. It still amazed me because people do this. People hack other people. And it just blew my mind, and it was just so cool to see that side of things. A special side note, while Mr. Robot is a fictional show, it was inspired by real-life socio-political revolutions, and Sam Ishmael, the writer, producer, and director of Mr. Robot, depicted his own personal life experiences throughout Elliot's journey and the motivations that he has. And another thing that I think is really cool as well, Sam Ishmael is actually Egyptian as well, which for those who don't know, Rami Malek is also Egyptian. So I think it's really cool that there's that representation. Because I feel like we don't see a lot of Egyptian Arab actors and people like that in the film industry, at least in America. So I think that's really, really cool that we get that representation. I'm not Arab or Egyptian myself, but I still think it's pretty cool. And that's coming from someone who's Indian, so yeah. Even just the complexity of Elliot Alderson as a character. By the way, major props to Rami Malek, because I know it's a bit biased. I love Rami Malek so much. He's so incredible with his acting, and he's so versatile. His character's just so realistic and so believable. And some of the mental illnesses that are displayed in the show, I personally can only speak for like the social anxiety, because it's something I experience. I feel like it's so well done, and it really relates to those who are struggling with these issues. Any other mental health issues that are in the show, I can't quite relate to, so I'm not going to speak on those personally. But for me, the social anxiety aspect was very, very realistic, and those scenes depicting the social anxiety definitely made me cry, because at the time of watching it, I was young. I was 13 years old, and I was experiencing social anxiety, kind of almost at its peak for me. So it was, in a way, comforting to see my issues in such a high production show, if that makes sense. It made me feel less alone, if that makes any sense. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely should have been a little bit older before watching that show. It's a great show, don't get me wrong, but 13? If you're under the age of 15, maybe don't watch this show. The show's a lot. It's a lot. Please, just wait till you're a bit older. If you're younger and you're watching this, wait till you're a bit older, it's okay. I did rewatch the show when season 4 first came out, because obviously there's like, you know, seasons released quite slowly sometimes. So when I finished season 3, I rewatched the entire show again when season 4 came out, and then I finished season 4, so I was able to watch, in a way, almost watch the show like binging it. It was just nice to watch it all together. So you guys have that luxury now. If you're seeing this and you haven't seen Mr. Robot, you too can watch all 4 seasons on Amazon Prime or some other websites, not sponsored. I don't want to delve too much into the secondary characters, so, you know, I'm gonna name a few that I think are pretty cool. You know, Darlene, love her. She's my fave.
Dickhead.
Angela as well. Angela's great. Krista, who I did mention as well. And of course, this dude. I'm not going to explain who he is because spoilers, but you know, watch the show. They are such incredible characters though, and I want you guys to experience them for yourselves, because they're also complex, just as complex as Elliot, if not more complex as Elliot. They're 3-dimensional, and they're definitely flawed, but let's be honest, who the hell isn't? But the thing about this show is that the characters remind you, like, of everyday people. Ordinary people. They have struggles, and they make mistakes sometimes, and that's okay, because we're humans, and that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to make mistakes and learn from them, and eventually get to where we need to be. But as the seasons progress, Rami Malek and Christian Slater, the actor that I haven't named his character in the show, but you know, you gotta watch the show to find out. They get their hands in producing the show too, and it's really cool that they get to have their input in the show, and I think it really pays off as the show continues. Before I end off this video, I do want to say the show is very dark, and if you're looking for a few laughs, this show is not for that, I assure you. But if you want to watch a relatable, realistic, dramatic, psychological thriller, then this is the show for you. And on that note, I'll leave you with this particular quote.
Find someone you can be your honest self with. Okay?
I remember when I was a kid, I got into web design by ripping off sites I liked. All you had to do was view source on your browser, and there it was, the code. You could copy paste it, modify it a little, put your name on it, and like that, it was your site. View source. What if we had that for people? Would people really want to see? Find someone to be your honest self with. Bullshit.
I hope you guys enjoyed this little video essay on why you should watch Mr. Robot. And if you do watched it, or if you've watched it already, you know, leave a comment. No spoilers though, okay? Don't spoil it for the new people. You know, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you thought of it. And what you thought of this video essay. Should I do more video essays? I don't know. This was a very spur of the moment thing, but here we are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment on this video if you'd like to. Share this video with your friends. And yeah, my links will be in the description and all that. I stream on Twitch, you know, everything's down there. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, whatever that may be. Will it be a gaming video? Will it be a dancing video? Will it be another video essay that's not that long? I feel like video essays should be like 30 minutes. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but you know, I hope you enjoy. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care and bye. Bye.